ვერ გეტყვით დღის წესრიგში რა არის შეტანილი, მე მიმაჩნია, რომ ეს არის დაუშვებელი ამ ვითარებაში განსაკუთრებით, როდესაც ქვეყანაში სამართალი და პოლიტიკა ბოლომდე აირია, როდესაც პოლიტიკური სიმპათია ანტიპათიის მიხედვით ივანიშვილის, ასე ვთქვათ, მსუბუქი ჩაწოდებიდან გამომდინარე დევნიან ადამიანებს, ახლა კიდე იმუნიტეტების მოხსნის დაწყება, ნიშნავს, რომ ეს არის ამ ყველაფრის კიდე უფრო, ასე ვთქვათ, გაправება ბჭყალებში.
It was a very useful meeting for us. As you all know, we are members of Parliament NATO. We organize our reports based on the real issues that we are feeling and understanding in the field. And it was very useful. We met all the ambassadors connected with NATO here in Georgia. And as well as I told you, well, it was very interesting.
After the developments in Ukraine, what should we expect from the NATO summit? Should we have more higher expectations than it was earlier? I mean that we all are waiting for the summit, and may we also wait for MED, for example?
No one knows what the future will bring us. But anyway, I can tell you that the answer of Euro-Atlantic area, that means NATO, both European countries and United States and Canada, it was for the first time during the recent years, the recent decades, unified. And this is a very good signal for NATO, very good signal for Euro-Atlantic area. NATO is united, and the answer was expression for Russia, of course. They can understand that the answer was an expression of the feeling that is throughout the area.
And I think you might be aware about the Georgian authorities' decision. They are calling Mr. Saakashvili for questioning. Ex-president is not going to come to answer that question. How do you think what it might bring for Georgia? Maybe how it might reflect on the integration?
Will it be an obstacle for Georgia to get MED?
I know what's going on, but sorry, I can tell you. Yes, I know quite well what's going on, but I'm not going to interfere or to make any comments about the internal situation in Georgia. We came here to understand and to hear from the members of parliament, members of government, to the authorities, and of course also the ambassadors from NATO. But we are not making any comments about the internal situation. This is up to the Georgians, and I hope a bright future for Georgia that I know quite well and I love very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
It was before.
Yes. Okay. So first about the visit. This is the political committee of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly, which I think the chairman probably explained. This is an opportunity for the committee to go back into the Parliamentary Assembly in Europe and be able to talk about what their understanding of the situation in Georgia, and they're also going to Armenia. So they're getting an opportunity to understand exactly what is going to be the impact or the anticipated impact of the events in Crimea, as well as the current political and economic situation here in Georgia. And at this point, you know, the North Atlantic Council is making decisions about what will happen in the summit and to what extent the discussion will be about, of course, Georgia and other issues related to Russia and Crimea. And they're going to decide. I mean, this is up to the members of those 28 nations, their politicians, to make a determination of what will happen. Their diplomats are working on this at NATO headquarters every day. So as far as Georgia goes, I think we should be patient and not anticipate what the potential outcome is, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. And And your diplomats continue to work very diligently in the capitals of the NATO allies to discuss these issues, to ensure that Georgia's position is understood, Georgia's concerns are understood, and the allies understand that Georgia is a valuable partner. Georgia has made tremendous contributions to the alliance, and the allies are working on how this would be recognized.
You mentioned political situation here in Georgia,
Yes.
so I would like to ask you about the decision of Georgian authorities. They call ex-President Saakashvili for questioning how it might reflect on the processes, for example, the integration with NATO and EU, because some of the officials said that it might reflect.
I don't think we should jump to any conclusions about this. I mean, your legal process is at work. What's important from the standpoint of the alliance is that there's no view or that this is potentially politically motivated, that everything is firmly based on the law and on well documented evidence. This is the important aspect. But it's also important to understand that Georgia is transitioning. This is a period where you've been able to change power historically from one strong political party to another political party. And that this is not a simple process. It's not a simple process to absorb within your society, within the government, within the parliament. And it's important that there's no perception of revenge. There's no perception of selective justice, and that the government pursues a policy of equality for all, and that the rule of law is the basis for all the actions. This is very important to keep in mind, and that's what's important for the allies to be able to see.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.